Okay, here we are. This is, I believe this is called Hopkins Hill Road here. Let me double check on that for you that we're on. Yeah, Hopkins Hill Road. And this is where the path that we were on in the other videos comes out. And we're going to go down it back to the water again. You see the big river watershed sign with a buck on it and some water. That's pretty. And then the London Turnpike continues there. And during the day, on a weekday, they open up that gate because there's some sort of an industrial building down there. I don't know what they do down there, but something's down there. But then they close it at night. You can't go down there. You can walk, I guess, but you can't drive. So you better be careful not to get trapped down there if you drive down there and then leave your car. I wouldn't do that. I would park outside of that gate. Okay, so here we go. Now, I'm hoping that won't take too long because it's 6:28 p.m. The sun's supposed to set at 7. So I have just over a half hour. It's 2/3 of a mile down to get to the water. Of course, then I have to do the return trip, but I probably won't be filming that because it would be redundant since I've already been that way. I've never been on this stretch before of New London Turnpike. I'm fairly confident I won't run into any people on this stretch. Not only is it late, but as you can see, no one's parked in that parking area, and except for me. And it's getting close to dark, and it's not as popular of a entrance into the trail as the one I was at before with the abandoned house at its head. All right. As you can see, the sun is very low in the sky. Hope I can get back to my car before it gets dark. I mean, luckily I have multiple flashlights in my backpack that's on my back, so it's not like I'd be in the dark. And even if it did get dark, it's not like this path isn't wide enough that I'd be able to see my way back anyway. But my first choice would not to be in the woods after dark. Not that that I know of any large predators around here, but it's just not my preference. Yeah, all we have are coyotes. They don't really attack people. Although, believe it or not, once in a great while there's a bear sighting. So apparently bears once in a while will make it down this far. Black bears. Grizzlies live nowhere around here. What's this? Is this a clearing? Oh, I think I remember seeing this on Google Earth. I'm not sure what this is over here, but there's an awful lot of clearings over. What is that? Is that a foundation? I wasn't going to do any side trips because I'm on a tight schedule, but this I have to check out. Giant clearing. Clear for what reason I know not. Wood pile. Charred wood. Oh, do you hear those? The sounds coming from the woods? I don't know if my microphone is picking them up. I love that sound. Not even sure what it is, whether it's frogs or crickets or what, but I love that sound. Well, be careful you don't step on this board. Look at those nails sticking out of it. Yeah, it's a foundation of some sort. Apparently, at one point, there must have been a house here, or a building of some sort, because that is distinctly a concrete foundation with a tree growing out of it. And here's where some of the concrete is still exposed. This must have, wait, no, maybe not. I was going to say this would be the front step, but why would the stone be on the inside as opposed to the outside? Now I wonder if this wood is left over from when it was a house, or if probably someone just dumped it here. It doesn't look like, because if there were remains from when this was a house, it would be a lot more of rotting walls sitting here. You have a separate area here, so I don't know if it was just because it was a separate room or porch or what. And then you have a giant concrete block there. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, I gotta get back to the trail because it's getting rapidly close to dark and I have a ways to go. But what I can't figure out is why this land is so clear. I mean, clearly that house or building has been gone for a while, but there's almost nothing growing here. So for some reason, whoever is in charge of this land at some point cleared it out, some point fairly recently. I know firsthand how quickly things can grow up. This has happened in just a few short years. Okay, back to the trail. Definitely losing light. Wow, look at that. That tree must be dead. It must have died when it was still not winter because the leaves are on it. Because it's the only tree around here really that has leaves. To that degree at least. It stands out. Oh, there's a little bit of a swamp down there, I think. Yeah, I think I see the glistening of water down there. Those night creatures that are making that sound, I just love that sound. It's so soothing. Now, as to why the other path and this one too is lined by so many baby conifers, I'm not absolutely sure, but I'm thinking that when they cleared this out at one point, they completely cleared it out a little bit wider, and then they stopped maintaining it quite so widely, so things started growing in on the sides, and the only part that nothing's growing on is where people actually walk and ride, and that keeps things from growing probably. But I mean, the way they're all almost the same age, it almost looks like they were planted this way, but I'm sure it was natural. But it's just really a cool effect on both sides. It's like we're walking down a road lined with Christmas trees, like we're in Christmas tree land or something. That's an amazing feeling. The ones on the left, or at least in this area, are taller than the ones on the right. I wonder if it's because they get more sun, or who knows why. You know, the other section of trail, I was, in that one sense, it was a little bit much when I kept encountering so many people. Felt like I couldn't get into narration because I kept getting interrupted. But on this trail, it's so secluded and devoid of all people except for me. It actually is having the opposite effect. Now it's like a little too secluded. It feels kind of spooky, actually. But in a fun way, don't get me wrong. I don't scare easily. But sometimes it's fun to let yourself just be ever so slightly in that vein. Oh, I thought I heard water, but it was just, I guess it's just me walking that I'm hearing. It's so quiet. I don't hear those night creatures over here. Maybe they were hanging out over there where it was wet over there. Oh look, it's Bigfoot. Just kidding. Made you look though. I don't know. I'm not too sure I believe in Bigfoot. I think it's been proven that there was a lot of hoaxes. People walking around with fake feet attached to their feet and filming each other in gorilla suits. One would think if there actually were a Bigfoot that we would have encountered better evidence of it. But you never know. They do discover new species all the time. So what is that? I thought it was a black bird on top of that branch, but I think it's something that's not alive. Wait, is it a glove? Did someone stick a glove on that branch? Yeah. Look. Someone stuck a glove on this fallen tree branch. Let's see how much time I have. I have 20 minutes till sunset, and I'm not even at the water yet. Luckily, there's still light for about a half hour after the sun sets, or at least 20 minutes. These woods are very expansive. This area is called Big River Management Area. It's parkland in, I think it's mostly in West Greenwich, Rhode Island. West Greenwich is one of 5 towns and cities in Kent County. Warwick being the most populated one. And then there's West Warwick right next to that, Coventry, East Greenwich, but West Greenwich is very, very wooded, and there's no real populated areas. I mean, there's like a couple of main roads with some stores and restaurants and stuff, but most of it is just in the woods. So it's nice having a town that's not that far away. By the highway, it only took me 13 minutes to get to the entrance to the first trailhead. Not this one. This one took an extra 3 minutes on top of that. That's not including walking time, of course. That's a big rock. And a side trail. Look, huh, there's a sign on this trail too. So the first side trail that we took was Green Sign Trail that I named. And then, remember on the other series, or the other video, there was that white sign. It was, you could barely read it. You couldn't really read it. It had bullet holes or whatever in it. I think I'm going to call that one White Sign Trail. Now this one has an old wooden sign that you can't read. I think I'm going to call this Wooden Sign Trail. So many trails to come back and explore on multiple other occasions. I swear I have so many places I want to explore. I could do nothing but film videos the rest of my life and still not make hardly a dent in all the places I want to go. Well, I'll do what I can. Another trail over here. That one goes downwards. Oh, I think I see something glistening ahead. I think it's the water. Where we'll be able to stop, and then I can stop recording and return. That's interesting. It's like a little, almost looks like a ditch. I think it's natural, but. Oh, here's another sign that's long since stopped being able to be read. Not on a trail, though. But the closest thing to anything abandoned you're going to find out here. Abandoned signs. Huh, look at this. It's just a few pine needles and pine cones at the very top of that, and the rest of it's dead. It's like the runt of the conifers. And we've almost reached the end of the line. As you can see, at this point, you can probably see there's water blocking the path ahead. On the other leg, and I will link the video where I reached the other side of this now. Look there on the top of your screen. That video, about 45 minutes, an hour ago. Oh my God! All right, wait a minute, time out. 45 minutes, an hour ago, I was there. But there's a side thing that I just must investigate. Are you ready for this, people? Totally unexpected. I have come upon an abandoned building. I'm gonna have to check this out, even though I'm pressed for time. Oh my. What? And I was just saying a couple minutes ago that it was sad that the only thing abandoned out here was signs. There's an abandoned building. I wonder what this used to be. A small brick square building in the middle of nowhere. I wonder if it's left over from when New London Turnpike was an actual road, not just a path. I bet. Why else would they build this out in the middle of nowhere? There's a window. There's a door. Oh boy. I think I'm gonna have to get my light out for this. Bear with me. I'm gonna get my light out. Okay, I've equipped my camera with my light, and it's a kind of light that attaches to the camera, so I don't have to hold the light with my other hand. That's nice. So now we can go into the abandoned building. Typical graffiti, of course. Look, that says, "I will die in the woods." That's creepy. Chicken wire type screen on here. Probably that's before they had regular screen. That's what they had. People have carved things in this door. Oh my, look at that. Is that a ladder? That looks like a ladder. I wonder if there used to be a basement? Why would there be a ladder there? Unless it's just to go down a little ways. Maybe it's just a crawl space. Oh, it's a crawl space. Maybe that ladder used to go up higher. Or maybe there was something down there. Maybe this is like a maintenance house and that was a way to get like a water pumping thing or something. I have no idea. That's crazy. Look, this is more of that chicken wire screen. That wouldn't keep too many bugs out, would it? I mean, I guess it would keep really big ones out, but it would keep like birds and stuff out. Squirrels, but it certainly wouldn't keep bugs out. So I'm wondering if it was not a residential thing. Well, why would it be this small anyway? Look, there's Barbie. Oh my god, that's so creepy. Barbie in the electrical box. Oh, that just might possibly make a thumbnail right there. Wow. So what was this, like a closet or something? Or a restroom or the kitchen? Or who knows what it was, depending on what this building was used for. Look, there's Barbie's purse. That is something else. I don't know what that is. Maybe a vent. Crazy. Alright, well, I guess I can shut my light off because I gotta get hustling now. I've just lost a number of extra minutes. Maybe I gotta go down here. It's 9 minutes till the sun sets, and I still have 2/3 of a mile to walk back to the car. I do have to go down to the water. That was crazy, though. Look at that building. Make sure I get a good shot for... All right. In case I want to put it as a thumbnail or something, I wanted to get a good still shot. It's crazy the way this water over here is actually higher up than it is over here on the path. It's like it's seeping through this embankment in a slow waterfall. Well, look, we can get closer to where it runs out, I think, over here. That's really peaceful. Look, you can see it moving just a little bit. Can you hear that? So cool. I think we're almost going to see where the water runs down to the right over here. Oh, wow. I have to walk on this embankment so I don't walk in the stream. So I'm wondering if at one point they tried to make it so that the water would come out of there through these little pipes, but it broke through. It broke through the embankment and just went onto the path for quite a big stretch there. But you can walk across here. You can walk. They put a wooden thing over there, and then there's a path. But then, once you get up there, you can see where I was near before. There's hardly any room to get by on the side. I guess if someone were to cut down the brush on the right, you could probably have a path there. And if you look, I forgot to mention this in the other video, but look, there's a ton of trees that are dead that look like they're coming out of that swamp area. Now, I don't know why would they all be dead. Could the fact that they were just in the water make them dead? Maybe the water wasn't... Maybe the water was coming through more before and they kind of dammed it up a little bit with this embankment and that made it kind of flood and then all the water killed them. That's probably the most likely scenario because I don't see any blackened things like there was a fire, but it also could have been a fire. But why would it only be, if it was a fire, why would it only be just in the swamp? Why wouldn't it be next to it too? So my theory, most likely scenario, the water spread out more than it used to for whatever reason, probably man-made reason, and killed those trees, just drowned them basically. That's my theory. But still, it's a really spooky effect. Really spooky, but cool and pretty at the same time. When the sun is shining, it definitely doesn't look spooky, it looks cool. And now that the sun is setting, it does look mildly spooky. Alright, well I guess that's about it for the exploring tonight. I need to get back to my car now. But man, oh man, that was something else. What a day of exploring this was. Truly, truly, truly. Hope you enjoyed. Remember to subscribe.